and gentlemen, Ralph's Automotive. I haven't made too many videos here lately, so I figured I'm gonna go ahead. Yes, it's another brake video. 2012 Chevrolet Cruze. I've got this one apart, but I'm still gonna go through there. And I'll tell you what it is. Caliper bracket. These are 18mm heads. Of course, there's two. The caliper itself held on by these little guys, 10mm head. So not a lot of tools if you have the factory rotor. These here actually have this little Torx headed bolt, T30, that sits right in here. And what I'm doing at the moment is, well, other than the fact that I'm cutting the rotors actually, well, I'm not cutting them, I'm having them cut. I do not own, and I will not ever own, a brake lathe for the reasons that there's not enough of that to go around. So here I got this one here. I've already cleaned it up. Do a little wire brush. Get in here where the hardware sits. Get that all cleaned up. Of course, not in a rust belt here. Mentioned that several times. On the slide pins, pull them out. Make sure they're lubricated up. These here are fine. Same on the other side. Pull it out. Make sure you got the lube on it. Make sure it goes in and out pretty smooth. So this one here is going to be ready to be lubed up and put the brake hardware on. I'm going to go ahead and use, let me grab some. I'm about out. Gonna open another can up. I'm going to use the fluid film today. Use brake caliper grease in this climate here. I guarantee you don't have to. These are the originals, and they look not much worse than what they came from the factory. So give that a good application. Get my body out of the way here. Give it a good application of this stuff here. Put your hardware back on. Like I said, I really didn't want to make the video just because, but I haven't made any, so other than a few I had. So that's ready for some brake pads. Well, I guess I could have left it in here and put the pads on. Doesn't matter. Ceramic brake pads, of course. I don't run much of the semi-metallic brake pads anymore. Generally, I get the premium ceramics. Your little squealy pig on the inside. So, get that straight in just a minute. Anyway, like I said, we loaded them up and they're ready to go now, so I'm not holding my hand right. Yeah, well, that's number one right there. I'm gonna put it over here off the side for right now. Got actually another vehicle I'm working on, pulling the dash out of a Dodge truck, the infamous blend door issue. So same thing on these here. This one I hadn't done yet, the other one I did. Wire brush it all up. And like I said, these parts here, they're not a lot of brushing. Again, pull those pins out. Make sure these pins slide free. I don't know what's going on with this one here. That one was a little bit sticky. Lube's still good though. Nah, it's fine now. So you don't want to over lubricate them. They'll bind on the inside. That ain't no good either. So we'll leave it at that. Get ready for more hardware. Of course, make sure they slide freely when you're putting them in. And they do. They move freely. Move on to the hub over there. I'll put you all over here, I guess. You can see that. So you got a center section over here. So from here, this edge right here, to this edge right here, that's undercut where these studs are. So the rotor actually physically doesn't touch that area right in here, so you don't have to worry about cleaning it too heavy. We are going to clean it. I'm not saying don't clean it, but you don't have to sweat it in this section over here. You can get a wire brush, you know, you do it with a power brush, it doesn't matter. These ones here really ain't bad enough, I don't think, to where we need to get power tool. I redid a set of brakes just the other day that actually had the fluid film behind it. Well, and it didn't redo them. I mean, they were wore out again, so they've been on there that long for so many years, and the fluid film was still in the back of it, so that side is ready. Take the camera over here to the other side. I'll do the same thing over here. I guess camera not liking the part where it's dark, so I'll go ahead and give us a little light. Well, still shining the light on it. Okay. I guess we just let it. But anyway, this is the little torque setted bolt as I showed you earlier. Technically, you could slobber some anti-seize on this. Probably be a good idea if you're up in the rust belt. You know, it'd probably be a good idea to put a little bit of anti-seize on that bolt so you can get it back out the next time. Here, it's not a problem. I'm not going to worry about it. Hardly ever have you got anything stuck. You know, I mean, these are the factory rotors, and they slipped right off, so not an issue there. What I did is on the rotors, I've got, I know it's going to be a slow video because I'm waiting for the tag-down rotors, but this is what I actually use to clean them up with a cut wire brush. I zip it on around on the inside, outside, you know, get all the rust knocked off of it. I've already checked brake fluid. I've done replaced the light bulb on this thing. I checked for leaks on our tires. As a matter of fact, I guess there's something else that I got to do. I got to check the air pressure in the tires. I'm being told that they might have been overfilled, so I'll get that checked real quick. Cap missing on the one. They aired the tire up and didn't put the cap back on it. But these caps here are just a little bit different than a standard cap, as these got the TPMS valve stems in it, so I mean, a regular cap will work on it, but it'd be nice if it was all the same. And I'm certainly not going to rob the cap off of one of my new ones and put it on here, unless I charge for the whole entire thing, so. Put a regular cap on it, I guess that ought to be good enough. I'll be jiggered. I just sprayed that a while ago. The girl that drives this car is a little bit rough on her, and I think I understand what happened. I just noticed it. There was a complaint of a leak, and I think I found it. Well, I know I found it. But what it is a leak in the valve stem. So I am going to have to replace that one as well, which is probably a good thing. At least I did verify the complaint. I'm trying to get you zoomed into it. I got a motorcycle wheel and a tire changer right now, so got to take it out first. You ever want to do lawnmowers and stuff? Make sure that's in the shot. That's the setup you got to have for your tire changer. But anyway. Anyway, flip that screen around so I can see. This got broke. Oh, the camera actually picked it up. Audio-wise, that is. Just cut it off. Okay, so grab the wrong package, dummy. This is extra seal. Already put the sensor on, of course. I can't find the package, just bear with me. I just pull this in right quick and go ahead and get the package. Show you the package is blue number 2. That's what this is. I don't know if I dropped the package now or what I did. But, oh, here it is. Sorry about that. This is, like I said, it's extra seal valve stem. That's blue number 2. Part number still the 20008. That's what you're going to want on the steel rims. Go ahead and spray some fluid film on that as well, on the inside right there. So find your hole. If that's what you want to do, you don't have to use that bolt at all. I mean, like I said, I'm not even going to put anti-seize on it. It ain't going to seize up over here anyhow. Go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. Might as well go ahead and put both of them on. That was a one-pass cut, if anybody is interested. Get a couple of circles cut in here with some emery cloth. Or random scratches will work, just to break the record a little bit. Like I said, generally done with a brake rotor hone. I broke mine a couple of years back. Like I said, I don't normally do this anyway, so I'll break it up a little bit. Should be okay. Of course, now we should be ready for some brake pad action here. And I'm going to go ahead and do this side here, but I'm not going to film the other side. As always, you know, I don't feel there's any need in doing that. They're both the same, so. Made a small little mistake. Actually, should have started on the other side, simply because I had my tools laying. You always want to go to the side that you left off, because that's where the tools were at. I wasn't thinking about it. I went to this side. Now I had to go make the extra trip over to the other side and go get my tools. You know, I mean, for the weekend guys, you know, that do that on their own vehicles, that doesn't matter. But for a professional technician trying to make money at this, you know, every little move counts. So you want to make sure that you move as little as possible. Move as little as possible and get done as much as you can. Of course, I'm not too worried about it, but guess you could say I'm too old to give a shit. Could have used a ratchet wrench too, but whatever. Give them a good snug. They'll be just fine. I've already went ahead and pushed the piston in. The other day I was doing a set of brakes, guys, and pay attention to that. I took one off, and I don't even know how the heck they got it on there, but they had the brake hose twisted like so. They actually somehow managed to put it on like this and had a little curl in the backside of it, and I thought, oh my God, I'm surprised the damn thing didn't break, which I probably shouldn't have even done that right there. That's not good for it, but anyhow, figured I'd just share that with you. You know, pay attention to what you're doing. You know, make sure that that kind of stuff shouldn't happen. So. Same thing on this one. You can use a power tool to get the bottom. Won't get the top. A little bit more careful on that one. That don't take a lot of torque. You're going to rip it off. Sometimes you see me do things, you know, with like a wrench or something like that, you know, and really that may not be the ideal tool for the job, you know. Ratchet be better, faster. Ratchet wrench better because it's faster, you know. Like I said, I'm not too awful worried about it. And hadn't put the air in the tire yet. I'll tell you, a lot of times we get this done, the people that will do like a valve stem or something like that, if the tire doesn't move on the rim, they're normally not going to balance them. And this one here, you know, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to disagree with that, but I'm also opting not to balance this thing because all we did is popped it off the rim and push down on it, replace the valve stem, and that's all we did. You know, we didn't actually move the tire off the backside. It's going to go back exactly where it was. I can tell you this, in my experience, and like I said, I don't care if you agree with it or not, care less, but in my experience, anytime you really move a tire off of a rim, should be rebalancing it. In this case here, customer's not going to pay for the rebalance, so we're not going to balance it. So use our nano, tighten that up. Now, people wind themselves, something else that people generally wind themselves up about, use an impact wrench on the lug nuts. Of course, we're going to torque them, but still, you can use the impact wrench all day long. I've been doing it for 30 years, and I ain't worked the rotor yet. I mean, sorry enough, I can't fix stupid. You know, you got people that want to slam the lug nuts on with an impact. No, that ain't going to work. You know, I've had, matter of fact, I had to do a warranty on my tires one time, and had the truck in a neighboring town, and they did a road force balance is what they did. And as you all know, I done got a road force balance on myself now, but they had to do, for a warranty, they had to do a road force balance to basically prove out the bad tires. So that's what they wanted me to do. So I went ahead and went to this place, and I'm not going to name it, but they did the road force on the tire. And anyway, long story short, the guy sitting there on the ground, they had the front end jacked up, and he put my wheel on and took a gun on the first lug nut and went wham and slammed it in there. And I just come undone on him, you know. I told him not to ever touch my truck again. So like I said, a little common sense goes a long way on this. Anyway, long story short, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Not going to film that part, as I said. I got the tire set. I'm going to have to air it up. I'm going to put some lube on the bead here, so the bead actually jumps on without having to pump 1,000 pounds in it. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that up, guys. So I'm not going to show the other side. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. You know, I appreciate everybody. Gets us subscribers. You know. Until next time, I'm going to cut her off. Thanks for watching.